enough about these Nazis. Let's talk about Peacemaker season 2. All right. Peacemaker is back, baby. And the one big question was, how are they going to tie this into the new universe? Because clearly the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker season 1 were in the Snyderverse. But then we saw characters from this appear in Creature Commandos and the new Superman. So we cut ahead a few years later. Peacemaker is trying to sign up for the Justice Gang. That's right. The Justice Gang, not the Justice League. So I knew they were going to do multiverse stuff. And when we did the Superman reveal, I'm like, clearly he's going to leave the Snyderverse and go to a new universe. Nope. The recap just reshot the end of the series, and we all now have to pretend that this was always in the new universe. I'm like, that's kind of hard to pretend. There were characters in Peacemaker's first movie that were from the first Suicide Squad and other things. So I thought that was weird how they decided to do that. Did anyone else like that kind of explanation?
I was fine with it.
I liked it, actually. Yeah. I felt, we don't need to do the multiverse thing. Like, let's all be adults here and just say, look, it's a new continuity.
They're doing the multiverse thing. They had an out. They had a perfect.
Yeah, but do you want to have a story that deals with the DCU and like brings that back into it? Instead, we get this more personal multiverse story that has nothing to do with a bunch of cameos.
Nah. I guess so. I just thought it was bizarre.
But I guess I'm seeing the theme, though, between this and the Ed Gein thing. You don't like this inconsistency. Like, if it's based on reality, it's gotta stick to the facts.
And by the way, I'm someone who didn't even really like most of the Snyderverse. Actually, the Snyder stuff was really bad. Most of it I liked when Zack Snyder wasn't involved. But I just thought they were going to have a clever way to introduce him into the new universe, and then they just didn't do it.
Well, I thought retconning it through a previously on, I thought was a pretty clever and funny way to do it, because they even swap out jokes. Like he made some joke about, I forget who,
Aquaman with a fish.
Aquaman, and they replaced it with Green Lantern.
Yeah. Peacemaker's sad. He didn't get in the Justice Gang. He had a moment with Harcourt, but it didn't last. So then he goes into his multi-pocket dimensional room, which actually in the first season, I was like, how do these fuckers get this thing? Where did this come from? This season explains that they stole it from a spaceman. And Eagly finds a door like his, and he goes in, and it's an alternate universe where his dad is alive and nice.
So funny.
And his brother is alive. And also he's there, and he accidentally kills himself. But he walks around the universe as that version of Peacemaker, and everyone loves him. He is a hero. He is super happy. Meanwhile, back home, Rick Flag Sr. is a little upset about him killing Rick Flag Jr., and he has it out for him. He wants to murder Peacemaker. But also, because of the events of Superman, Lex Luthor opening the dimensional rift, they don't want anyone else opening up dimensions. They don't want to cause the planet to like split open again. So he has like a legit reason to stalk Peacemaker, but the real reason is just revenge. So of course his friends all go into the dimensional rift and they try to find him and they convince him to come back. Meanwhile, there's an Elmer Fudd plot line with this guy hunting Eagly. Eagly has his own subplot, which is ridiculous. He is the Master Eagle. And also Judah Master's back. And the big twist is that it was a Nazi universe the whole time. But you can't blame Peacemaker for not knowing. Look how small that flag is. There were no other clues that it was a Nazi universe. That was actually good. She's like, you didn't notice the Hitler mural? He's like, oh, how did I miss that? We get a cameo from Lex Luthor, and it ties into stuff that'll probably happen in the next season or future episodes. Joey C., how did you feel about Peacemaker season 2?
Well, I only watched a few episodes so far, but I will say...
Spoilers, the Nazi universe. My bad.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm glad they recapped season 1 because that was like a lifetime ago. I covered it on a site that shall not be named. I don't want them to send me a letter again. It's good to see John Cena's cheeks in the first episode. Also, side note, for those of you that don't know, I'm really into Finnish rock bands like him. And we got a Hanoi Rocks shout out in this season, which I think they also did in season 1. Which is fucking awesome. And if you don't know, that band is the one who Motley Crue's Vince Neil famously killed in a car accident.
Oh,
Rest in
shit.
peace to Razzle. So season 2 so far has all the magic of season 1.
You're like, oh, by the way, this band killed a bunch of people. It was
Motley
magical,
Crue.
Cody.
Yeah, Vince Neil fucking killed Razzle in 82 or 83.
But I like the tone of voice. It's like, fun fact, by the way.
Fun fact. Rest in peace to Razzle. Razzle, Hanoi rocks, fucking rocks, if you will. I'm actually really excited to finish this. I am actually happy. You can imagine I wasn't too happy watching Ed Gein because there's some questionable stuff on kitchen tables and stuff. Yeah. But this one, you just can't wipe the smile off my face, man. Good Lord.
Gil, how did you feel about Peacemaker season 2?
I feel bad saying this after everything you just said, Joey, but I feel like the ending of this season was pretty atrocious.
Oh, no.
But you know what? The final episode is almost more of an epilogue. So I did feel like I got a complete story. And up until the final episode, I thought it was a pretty great season.
Oh.
Because to me, James Gunn, his humor is hit or miss. And usually he throws so much humor at it that enough hits for me. But I feel like season 2 leaned more into the drama side of it. And we saw stuff from John Cena that I didn't know he was capable of. And it was really impressive. And so for me, season 2 was better for that reason, because it was a little bit less of the humor and more of the dramatic side. I thought the pacing got a little weird midway through the season, where there were 2 or 3 much shorter episodes, like 20 minutes long. And it felt to me like you could have stuck 2 or 3 of them together. It just felt like we need to have an 8-episode season. So let's stretch it out a little bit. So yeah, I thought it was great overall, other than the finale, which I would just describe as super self-indulgent. 4 music video montages, essentially.
Yeah.
You get some of the weird, like, let's try and tie this into the broader universe setup stuff that doesn't feel totally earned. Overall, though, 1 bad episode, 7 good ones.
Yeah. I will say that last episode, it felt like the first episode of the next season just tagged on to the end. I'm like, wait, now I want to keep watching, but like I felt like we were wrapping up and then you prolonged it. Crystal, I'm assuming you didn't watch this because you still haven't seen Superman.
You haven't seen Superman?
No, I haven't yet. I've been watching all this other shit that he's making me watch.
You're allowed to take time and watch Superman if you want.
I literally don't have enough time to watch the stuff I have to watch for this. So
you don't have to do every month, Crystal. It's fine.
I have to stay relevant somehow because I can't be in like other reviews because I'm not there.
Crystal, this is 2 out of 3 episodes in a row. You were in Toxic Avenger and you're in Monday's episode. You're allowed to take.
But then what happens in December and January and February?
And you're about to have a huge debut on One Take.
Oh, yeah. This is my outfit, FYI.
I figured. Which is good because actually it's a nice full circle because the first movie I covered this month, Weapons.
Yes.
What? It's like we planned this.
Yeah,
that's kind of cute.
Totally.
Nice.
Also, I have to talk to my good friend Michael Levy and be like, why did you take down Gil's Screamboat episode?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's actually quite the stain on it because I was always in my life going to be able to look back and say I reviewed 31 movies in October. I guess outside US and Canada, that's still true. Within North America, that 1 episode is unavailable.
Just re-edit and re-upload it?
Well, the thing is, it was not a content ID thing. It was the company manually went in and was like, you better take that down.
No shit.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't say that. It was just a manual claim.
But you can re-edit it probably and get away with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, never mind. Never mind.
Let me know what Michael says. Get back to me.
When you sent me the thing, that wasn't his company, so I'm sure it's like a distributor thing. Anyway, Mike, as the biggest John Cena fan here, how did you feel about Peacemaker season 2?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Obviously, like Gil said, it wasn't as funny as the first season, but
really, I guess I just forget a lot of the first season. I was laughing like hard at a lot of this.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Cena may have proven that he might be the best wrestler turned actor now. I thought it was Batista for a while.
We've
absolutely.
known that. Yeah, we've known that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I didn't put Smashing Machine on the list. I want to say I'll do it for the year-end wrap-up, but then I didn't do that for Iron Claw, and I still haven't watched that, so I might forget.
Iron Claw's good.
Just do a what is the best wrestler movie? You know, one of those episodes.
Oh, we did Suburban Commando in August. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
You nailed it. Yeah. Did you like the whole season? Did the last episode let you down like it did us?
No, not really, because I think I went in knowing already a lot of people were disappointed by it because I didn't watch it when it premiered.
I will say the Nazi stuff was spoiled for me,
was.
like on
Yeah.
Twitter. Like
When everyone figured it out.
Everyone guessed it ahead of time, but
Mhm.
then like Twitter just spoiled it, and then I was binging all of these, and I'm like, oh, that got spoiled for me. That got spoiled for me, but I still enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like if someone were to spoil Scream 7 for me, I usually guess the killer in the first act anyway, so I'll still enjoy
Tony
it.
was talking me off the ledge. Like, yeah, you know, you actually made me feel better because someone spoiled Scream 7 for me. And then Tony's like, Gil, I usually guess who the killer is anyway, and I still enjoy the movie. And I'm like, I actually feel better now. And now you can see the scale of problems in my life. Like, I need to be talked off the ledge because a movie it comes out in 5 months. I was like, I might know the ending of it.
Also, it's not like Scream. We talked about in Scream 3, the thing got leaked and they changed the ending and did reshoots and stuff. They probably shot multiple things for this. But anyway, I will say the best thing about this was Tim Meadows' character.
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was so good.
I fucking love Tim
Bird
Meadows.
blindness.
The bird blind, that duck. It was like, what?
At first, I was like, okay, this is a little too much, but he never like breaks character. He says it all with that same tone, and so it quickly grew on me. You could say the most ridiculous thing. It was so funny.
Oh, he was great.
That's where I don't think season 2 was less funny than season 1. I just think it almost like it had a lower volume of jokes, and I thought the ones it had typically hit better than season 1.
Yeah. I do love Adrian in this one. Vigilante.
Yeah.
Not anything like his comic counterpart. I think the CW shows did him a little bit more accurately, but he's basically kind of Deadpool, but like dumber. I love his weapons room. He has millions of
This is
dollars.
blood money.
And he's like, oh, I can't actually use this money. It'd be unethical. It's blood money. And they all start stealing money when he's not looking.
And when they go to his universe and he meets his other version of himself, they're exactly.
And they are basically totally in sync. There's only a few differences. I like when he's walking through the house. He's like, there's 6 cats in that statue instead of 3. That's a squirrel instead of a chipmunk. And then he sees both his parents. He's like, my dad's not gay in this universe. And then he meets himself, and like you find out it's like, and then after we lost World War II, he's like, wait, we lost World War II. I will say,
but I feel like it takes him so long to. He's like, what are you talking about? No, we didn't. It's like it's another universe.
I will say, you know who loved this show, guys? A good friend of ours. How do I share the share screen? Here we go.
Was he doing recraps?
No. A good friend of ours.
Usually, anytime you start with that tone, it's one person.
Our good friend Riley would not stop talking about Peacemaker. I don't have time to read all his tweets because I'm busy with my very real job, despite what my grandmother said to me over the weekend. I don't have time to read all his tweets, but I assume they're all positive because I did see this one. He went out and he bought the Harcourt life-size standee that's on the official Peacemaker store. He says, help, James Gunn's wife broke into my house and won't leave me alone. So he really loves Peacemaker. If you could go to his Twitter and just ask him Peacemaker questions and tell him how much you love Peacemaker, he'll definitely appreciate it. He definitely didn't complain and bitch about it the entire time it was airing for being too funny and boomer humor. Please just blow up his Twitter with Peacemaker stuff. But yeah, season 2, I enjoyed it. Again, the last episode did just feel like the first episode of another season. But yeah, I think it's a win. So far, there hasn't been any real duds in this new DCU.
No.
Creature Commandos was fine, even though it told us Rick Flag would have white hair, and he doesn't have white hair in live action. Superman was really good, even though Crystal refuses to see it because she's a Zack Snyder stan. And she's constantly saying, restore the Snyderverse. Every day she blows up my phone with all this stuff.
I do.